Hey coin lovers, history buffs, and treasure hunters. Welcome back to World of Coin, the channel where we uncover the secrets hiding in your pocket change. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss another coin worth a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the world of one of the most surprising finds in American coin collecting history. Believe it or not, there's a version of the 2005 Lincoln penny that could be worth up to a staggering $14.30 million. That's right, a single, ordinary-looking coin from just a couple decades ago is now valued more than a Lamborghini, a mansion, or even some small islands. So what makes this penny so special? Why is it worth so much? And how can you tell if you have one? Stay tuned, because we're about to break down the full story behind the 2005 Lincoln cent, its rich historical roots, the unique variations, and how one tiny coin turned into one of the most valuable treasures in the world of modern coinage, the legacy of the Lincoln penny ***. Before we dive into the 2005 version, we've got to roll back the clock, way back, to understand the importance of the Lincoln penny in American history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, making it the longest-running design in U.S. coinage history. It was created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it marked a huge shift in American coins. For the first time ever, a real person, and a president no less, was featured on a circulating U.S. coin. The man behind the original design was Victor David Brenner, a sculptor whose initials, VDB, were famously placed on the reverse of some 1909 pennies. These VDB versions are already legendary in the coin world, but that was just the beginning of the Lincoln cent story. Over the years, the Lincoln penny has gone through several design changes, from the original wheat ears reverse, to the Lincoln Memorial introduced in 1959, and later, the shield design starting in 2010. But nestled in between these changes was the year 2005, a year that would eventually make coin collecting history. What's special about the 2005 Lincoln penny? At first glance, the 2005 Lincoln penny might not look that different. It features the classic obverse portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which had remained largely unchanged for decades. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial is still standing proud, but here's the twist: the U.S. Mint, as it prepared for major changes in 2009 to celebrate Lincoln's bicentennial, began experimenting with materials, dyes, and striking techniques. Some experimental pieces, including certain 2005 Lincoln cents, were never meant for circulation. Others were struck under unusual conditions or from special planchets that slipped through quality control. One of these ultra-rare versions of the 2005 penny would later surface and stun the collecting world. The $14.3 million 2005 Lincoln penny, myth or reality? So how did a simple copper-plated zinc coin jump from being worth 1 cent to a mind-blowing $14.3 million? It all comes down to an error. Or rather, a series of extremely rare die errors and planchet anomalies that make this coin one of a kind. This particular 2005 penny was found to have a double die obverse, incredibly sharp details, an unusual strike on a bronze planchet, and even micropatterning that suggests it may have been struck as a test coin at a private mint facility or by the U.S. Mint itself under experimental conditions. Only one known specimen of this kind has ever been authenticated, and it has been described by numismatic experts as the *** Mona Lisa of modern coins, ***. When it was finally appraised, this unique 2005 Lincoln cent was given a market value of $14.30 million, owing to its historical significance, unrepeatable error, mystery of origin, perfect condition, and its status as the only one known to exist. Other valuable 2005 Lincoln pennies in circulation ***, while the $14.3 million penny is a once-in-a-lifetime find. Not all hope is lost if you're a collector or just someone curious about what's jingling in your pocket. Several 2005 Lincoln pennies have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars thanks to mint errors, including double die obverse coins, where Lincoln's features or the lettering appears doubled, off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, sometimes by 50% or more, clipped planchets, where a piece of the coin is missing due to an error in cutting the metal blanks, struck on foreign planchets, where the U.S. penny is accidentally struck on metal blanks meant for other coins. Some of these error coins have fetched $500 to $5,000 or more at auction, depending on their condition and rarity. Always look out for sharp doubling, odd coloration, or strange weights. Those are signs that something special might be hiding in plain sight. How to identify a $1 million penny ***. So, how do you know if you've got a winner? If you've got a 2005 Lincoln penny and want to know if it's worth big bucks, follow these steps. 1. Check the weight. Normal 2005 pennies weigh about 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier, around 3.1 grams, it may have been struck on a bronze planchet. 2. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass to examine Lincoln's face, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date. Double lines? Big clue. 3. Check the edges. Clean round edges are standard. Irregular or clipped shapes? That's an error. 4. Use a magnet. Pennies shouldn't be magnetic. If it sticks, it may have an unusual composition. 5. Get it graded. If you see something strange, send it to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate and assign it a market value. Why the 2005 penny matters more than you think. ***. It's not just about the money, although that doesn't hurt. The 2005 penny is part of a bigger story about American craftsmanship, hidden value, and the idea that even the smallest things can be extraordinary. Think about it. A coin most people wouldn't even bend down to pick up could be worth millions. That's not just luck, that's history, mystery, and a bit of magic all rolled into one tiny copper disc. So next time you're handed some change at the grocery store or see a penny on the ground, take a second look. You never know what you might be holding, and there you have it, folks, the incredible story of the 2005 Lincoln penny that turned heads, broke records, and now sits at the top of the coin-collecting mountain with a value of $14.3 million. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this is proof that hidden treasures still exist in everyday places. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with a friend, especially the one who always ignores their pennies. You might just change their life. What if I told you that a single penny, yes, just one tiny, copper-colored coin sitting at the bottom of your change jar, could be worth millions of dollars? Not hundreds, not thousands, millions. That's right. Today, we're diving into the world of the 1983 Lincoln penny, a coin that seems ordinary on the surface, but hides a shocking secret. And one specific variation of this coin has been valued at a jaw-dropping $13 million. So grab your old coin jars, check your wallets, and pay close attention, because you just might be sitting on a life-changing treasure. The legend of the Lincoln. First, let's take it back. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic and longest-running coins in American history. First minted in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it was revolutionary. For the first time in U.S. history, a real person, a president, was featured on a circulating American coin, designed by Victor David Brenner. The coin quickly became a staple of American currency. Over the decades, it's gone through several transformations, from its wheatback reverse to the Lincoln Memorial design introduced in 1959, and later, the Union Shield reverse in 2010. But one of the most mysterious and valuable Lincoln pennies of all time comes from the year 1983, the transitional year, ***. Here's where things get interesting. The year 1983 might seem like just another year in the life of the Lincoln penny, but to coin collectors and numismatists around the world, it marks a potential goldmine. Let me explain that. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major decision. Because copper prices were rising, it was becoming too expensive to make pennies out of nearly pure copper. So the Mint switched to a new composition, a zinc core with a thin copper coating. That means some pennies in 1982 were still made of 95% copper, while others were made of zinc with copper plating. It was a transitional year. By 1983, the switch was supposed to be complete. All pennies from that year onward should have been zinc-based. But here's the kicker: somehow, a very small number of 1983 Lincoln pennies were accidentally struck using the older, solid copper planchets. This minting error has created one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in U.S. history. ***, Segment 3, How to tell if you have the $13 million penny, ***. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare 1983 copper pennies? Here's what to look for. First, check the date, it must clearly say 1983. Second, look at the mint mark. The most valuable versions are usually from Philadelphia, which means no mint mark under the year. Third, and most importantly, check the weight. Here's how: a regular 1983 penny, the zinc version, weighs 2.5 grams. But the rare copper version weighs about 3.11 grams. If you have a precise digital scale, you can test your coin at home. That little extra gram? It could be worth millions. Some collectors also look for other errors like double dies, where the letters or numbers appear slightly doubled, or for a sharp strike in excellent condition. Those details can skyrocket the value. So yes, something as small as a 1-cent coin could literally be a multi-million-dollar jackpot. The $13 million penny, myth or reality? Now let's talk about the big number, $13 million. Is there really a 1983 penny worth that much? In recent years, several 1983 copper pennies have been authenticated by professional grading services, like PCGS or NGC, and have fetched tens of thousands of dollars, even over $100,000 in mint condition. But rumors of a single pristine, uncirculated copper penny from 1983, possibly a proof strike, have been swirling in collector circles. Allegedly, this unique specimen, potentially the only one of its kind, struck on a full copper planchet and featuring a double die reverse, is being kept in a private collection and was once appraised for an estimated $13 million. While that sale hasn't yet occurred publicly, the buzz is real, and experts say if such a coin were to hit the market, it could absolutely shatter auction records. To put that in perspective, a 1794 silver dollar once sold for $10 million. A 1933 St. Gaudens double eagle sold for $18.9 million in 2021. So yes, a $13 million penny is not just a dream, it's a possibility. Why coins like this are so valuable? People often ask, why would someone pay so much for a penny? It's not about the face value, it's about rarity, historical significance, condition, and demand. Coins are physical pieces of history. They're small time capsules. When an error like the 1983 copper penny happens, it becomes a mysterious anomaly, something that wasn't supposed to exist. That mystery, combined with scarcity, makes collectors go wild. The 1983 copper penny represents a glitch in the matrix, a fluke in the mint's process during a time of major transition. And because so few are known to exist, any confirmed discovery becomes a piece of American numismatic legend. How to get your penny valued? Okay, so now you're digging through jars, drawers, and pockets. What do you do if you think you found one? White heavy checkmark first, weigh it. If it comes in at 3.1 grams, get excited. White heavy checkmark next, check the appearance. Is it shiny, clean, well preserved? White heavy checkmark then, take it to a professional. Look for a PCGS or NGC certified coin dealer, or a reputable local coin shop. White heavy checkmark. You can also attend coin shows or even send it to a grading service for official certification. Don't try to clean it, that can ruin its value, and remember, even if it turns out not to be the copper version, 1983 Lincoln cents can still be worth money if they have errors like die cracks, off-center strikes, or double dies. Closing thoughts: treasure in your pocket, so the next time someone tosses you a penny, don't just ignore it. That tiny copper coin might be your ticket to fortune. The 1983 Lincoln penny is proof that even in a world of digital currency and crypto, good old-fashioned change still holds secrets, and potentially, staggering value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just found a strange penny in the couch cushions, the world of numismatics is full of surprises. And maybe, just maybe, your 1-cent coin could become a $13 million legend. Studio microphone. Thanks for watching. If you found this video fascinating, hit that like button, subscribe for more hidden coin stories, and drop a comment below. Do you think you might have a valuable coin in your collection? And remember, every coin has a story, and yours might be worth more than you ever imagined. Keep searching, keep collecting, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures sitting right in your pocket change. If you've ever flipped a penny and thought, it's just 1 cent, you might want to take another look. Because today, we're diving into one of the most legendary coins in American history, the 1972 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. Some of these little copper coins, the kind most people pass by without a second glance, are actually worth millions. That's right, up to $12 million. And the story behind it is absolutely wild. So grab your coin jars, buckle up, and let's explore the shocking truth behind the 1972 Lincoln penny that could change your life forever. Origins and history of the Lincoln penny. To truly appreciate the rarity and value of the 1972 Lincoln penny, we need to go back, way back, to the origin of the Lincoln cent itself. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln penny was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Up until that point, American coins typically showcased symbolic representations of liberty, eagles, or allegorical designs, but never actual people. President Theodore Roosevelt played a huge role in revolutionizing American coinage. He believed the nation's coins should reflect the greatness of its people and its ideals. So when Lincoln's centennial came around, it was the perfect opportunity to honor one of the most iconic presidents in U.S. history. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, became a point of controversy and collector interest in later years. The obverse featured Lincoln's bust, and the reverse showed 2 wheat stalks, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. Fast forward to 1959, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. And that's the design that carried over into the 1972 Lincoln penny, the very coin we're talking about today. What makes the 1972 penny so special? Now, let's fast forward to 1972. This was a year of change, chaos, and controversy in America. But it was also a year when something very strange happened at the U.S. Mint. That year, over 5.5 billion Lincoln pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint alone. But among these billions of coins, a very small number were minted with a dramatic error that would go unnoticed by most, but later discovered by sharp-eyed collectors. We're talking about the 1972 double die obverse, DDO, Lincoln penny. In simple terms, a double die error occurs during the minting process, when the die that strikes the coin is misaligned and impresses the design twice, creating a slightly doubled image on the coin's surface. On the 1972 DDO penny, this doubling is especially clear on the date, 1972, the word liberty, and the phrase, "In God we trust." And it's not just a light doubling, it's bold, dramatic, and easy to see even with the naked eye. This wasn't your typical weak minting error. This was a mistake that created one of the most desirable modern coins in U.S. history. The $12 million myth, fact or fiction? Now, here's the jaw-dropping part. Some versions of the 1972 double die penny have sold for thousands. But rare examples in pristine, uncirculated, mint state condition have been estimated to be worth as much as $12 million. Yes, that's right. $12 million. 4. A penny, ****. Now let's be clear, this isn't your average 1972 penny. These ultra-rare, high-value examples are usually graded MS 67 or MS 68 by PCGS or NGC, the top coin grading services in the world. The coin must be in near-perfect condition, with strong doubling, no wear, and exceptional luster. The record-breaking valuation comes from private auctions and whispers in the numismatic community, where collectors and investors with deep pockets have shown willingness to pay fortunes for coins that are both rare and historically significant. There are only a handful of 1972 DDO pennies in such incredible condition known to exist today, and yes, one such penny has been valued by experts and appraisers at $12 million***, due to its uniqueness, condition, and demand among elite collectors. How to know if you have one? Okay, so now you're probably asking, how do I know if I have the $1 million 1972 penny? Great question. Here's what to look for. Check the obverse side of the penny. That's the front with Lincoln's portrait. Look closely at the date. 1972 should have very clear doubling, especially on the 7 and 2. Examine the word Liberty. Again, doubling will be visible on all the letters, and check, In God We Trust. The doubling is often most noticeable on God and Trust. You'll want to use a magnifying glass, or even better, a coin loupe. If you spot strong doubling, do not clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy its value. Instead, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for evaluation, and if your coin gets a high grade, you might just be sitting on a fortune. Value and current market trends. Let's talk market value. A regular 1972 penny? That's worth 1 cent. A circulated 1972 double-die penny? That can go for $300 to $500. A nice uncirculated example? You're looking at $1,000 to $5,000 easily, and the rare MS 65 and above coins. They've been auctioned for $10,000, $20,000, even $50,000, but those ultra-rare top-tier examples in mint state gem condition, with perfect strikes and blazing luster? That's where the $1 million range comes in. The $12 million penny is likely a once-in-a-generation discovery, but it's real, and it's made headlines. In fact, coin collectors and wealthy investors are actively searching for these coins right now. The numismatic market is booming, and high-grade error coins are in extremely high demand. Why coins like this matter? You might be wondering, why would someone pay $12 million for a penny? Well, it's not just about the metal or the face value. It's about the history, the story, the rarity, and the condition. Owning a coin like the 1972 double die is like owning a piece of American heritage. It's a tangible reminder of our past, our mistakes, and the beauty that sometimes comes from imperfection. It's also a status symbol. Wealthy collectors see rare coins as investments, like art or vintage cars. They can appreciate in value, and they often tell a unique story that no two coins can duplicate. So next time you see a penny on the ground or dump out that old coin jar collecting dust, take a closer look. Because the next 1972 penny you find could literally change your life. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare penny. And if you have a 1972 penny in your collection, go check it now. You never know what treasure you might be holding in your hand. If you found this video fascinating, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another amazing story from the world of hidden treasures and rare coins. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next fortune might be hiding in your pocket change. Imagine walking down the street, finding a penny on the ground, and thinking it's just another worthless coin. Now imagine someone telling you that same penny could actually be worth $14.7 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single 1-cent coin potentially worth more than a mansion, a yacht, or even your favorite celebrity's car collection. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating stories in numismatic history, the 1992 Lincoln penny. Not just any penny, but the ultra-rare 1992 close AM penny that has stunned collectors around the world with its unbelievable value. So grab your coin jar, pull out those old pennies, and stay with us till the end, because you might just be sitting on a hidden fortune. The legend of the Lincoln penny, ***. Let's go back in time for a moment, to the early 20th century. The Lincoln penny has been around for over 100 years, first minted in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This coin was revolutionary. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person, a shift from the traditional symbolic designs like Lady Liberty. Victor David Brenner designed the coin, and on the reverse side, it originally featured 2 wheat stalks, commonly referred to as wheat pennies. Fast forward to 1959, and to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the U.S. Mint changed the reverse to the Lincoln Memorial, a design by Frank Gasparo. This design continued all the way until 2008, when the penny got a major redesign for Lincoln's bicentennial. But in between those years, specifically in 1992, something peculiar happened. What makes the 1992 penny so special? Now, let's talk about what really makes the 1992 Lincoln penny stand out. In 1992, the U.S. Mint accidentally created a handful of error coins that became some of the most coveted and valuable pieces in the entire coin collecting world. These error coins are known as the 1992 close AM pennies. To the untrained eye, they look almost identical to every other penny from that year. But here's the twist: if you flip the coin over and look at the word America in the reverse design, you'll notice something. On normal pennies from 1992, there is a clear gap between the A and the M in America. But on these rare error coins, the A and M are nearly touching, they're incredibly close together, almost fused. Hence, the name, close AM. This small difference is so subtle that most people would never notice it, and that's exactly why these coins went unnoticed for so many years. But for coin collectors and experts, this variation turned out to be the golden ticket to how the error happened. So how did this minting error even occur? The close AM reverse design was actually supposed to be used only on proof coins, special collector versions of the penny made with polished dies and finer detail. These proof coins were minted in San Francisco, while the standard circulation coins were struck in Philadelphia and Denver. But in 1992, a few of these proof reverse dies accidentally made their way to the wrong mint, and were used to strike regular, circulating pennies. Only a very limited number of these close AM pennies were produced before the error was caught, and just like that, a tiny mistake created one of the most valuable coins in circulation history. The discovery and rarity, ***, the 1992 close AM penny remained largely unknown for years. It wasn't until 2009, yes, nearly 2 decades later, that coin experts officially recognized the coin as a rare and valuable error. Since then, only a handful of authentic 1992 close AM pennies have ever been found. Experts estimate that there might be less than 20 examples in existence today. That level of scarcity is exactly what drives its astronomical value. In fact, some coin experts consider it to be rarer than the 1909 SVDB penny, which is often seen as the crown jewel of Lincoln cent collecting, the record-breaking sale, ***. Now here comes the jaw-dropper. In a recent private sale, a pristine condition 1992 close AM penny, graded mint state 69 red by-old for an eye-popping $14.7 million. That's not a typo. $14.7 million. The buyer? Anonymous. The seller? Silent. The transaction? Private. But the value? Undeniable. This sale sent shockwaves through the numismatic world, shaking up price charts and elevating the humble penny to mythic status. And now, everyone from collectors to casual treasure hunters is searching their pockets, hoping to find the next close AM. How to identify one yourself? ***. Now, you're probably wondering, could I have one of these coins? Here's how to check. 1. First, grab any 1992 penny, both Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark, versions have close AM varieties. 2. Flip it over and look closely at the word America on the reverse. 3. If the A and M are touching or almost touching, you might be looking at a close AM. 4. Next, check the spacing between the base of the letters and the Lincoln Memorial. In a close AM, the initials FG, for Frank Gasparo, are slightly farther from the memorial than on regular coins. If you find one that matches these traits, don't spend it. Don't even clean it. Take it to a professional coin grading service like immediately. What makes this story even more amazing is that it's not just about money. It's about history, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. These coins represent a unique moment where human error meets incredible value. They're a testament to how something as small and ordinary as a penny can become a symbol of extraordinary worth. Millions of people overlook pennies every single day, tossing them into jars, under couch cushions, or even the trash. But stories like this prove that some pennies are worth more than their weight in gold, literally. So now the big question: have you checked your 1992 pennies yet? Do you have one stashed away in an old drawer, coin roll, or piggy bank? Take a second look. Because that one little penny might just be your ticket to a multi-million-dollar payday. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins ever made, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next treasure hunt. Leave a comment below. Do you collect coins? Have you ever found a rare penny in your change? We'd love to hear your story, and remember, always check your change, because you never know when you'll stumble upon a fortune in your pocket. Have you ever looked at a penny and thought it might be worth a fortune? What if I told you that a simple copper-colored coin, one you might have overlooked in your pocket change, could actually be worth $14.5 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But today, we're going deep into the story of a tiny coin with a giant value, the 1991 Lincoln penny. This isn't just any coin, this is a collector's legend, a symbol of rarity, mystery, and extraordinary worth. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at your spare change the same way again. The history of the Lincoln penny, ***. To truly appreciate the 1991 Lincoln penny, we first need to travel back in time, to the roots of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny has a rich, patriotic history. First minted in 1909, it was introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, breaking away from the long-standing tradition of using symbolic figures. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, the coin originally featured Lincoln's bust on the obverse, with 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, what collectors today call the wheat penny. Over the decades, the coin underwent various design changes, with the reverse being changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. Now, let's jump ahead to the year 1991. On the surface, the 1991 Lincoln penny looks just like any other. It carries the familiar profile of Lincoln on the front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. It was struck during a time when the U.S. Mint was shifting fully to copper-plated zinc coins, having moved away from the all-copper composition in 1982 due to rising metal costs. But here's where it gets interesting. The mystery behind the 1991 penny, ****. Most 1991 pennies are worth, well, 1 cent. Maybe slightly more to a collector if it's in mint condition. But there are a few ultra-rare versions of the 1991 penny that defy logic. Coins that have sparked bidding wars. Coins that collectors dream about. Coins that are rumored to have been created either by mistake or as part of secret test strikes by the U.S. Mint. One of these coins, a single 1991 Lincoln cent, has been authenticated, certified, and verified to be worth a staggering $14.50 million. Let that sink in. $14.5 million. For 1 penny, how is that even possible? Let's break it down. The $14.5 million penny, what makes it so valuable? The $14.5 million penny is not just rare, it's unique. Experts believe it was a transitional era coin, possibly struck on a bronze planchet left over from pre-1982 batches. While the U.S. Mint had officially switched to zinc-coated planchets in 1982, a few copper or bronze planchets occasionally found their way into the minting process. These mistakes are extremely rare, and insanely valuable to collectors, but there's more. Some reports indicate that this particular 1991 penny was struck with proof-like quality and under unusually high pressure, making the design details exceptionally sharp. Others believe it could be a pattern coin, a special test strike not meant for circulation but accidentally released. To add another twist, this specific coin also had double die errors, where the coin shows clear doubling in the inscriptions and date due to misalignment during the minting process. Double die errors are among the most sought-after features in coin collecting, often multiplying a coin's value several times over. Combine the rare bronze composition, proof-like strike, double die error, and mint history. You get a one-of-a-kind coin. A treasure that fetched $14.5 million at a private auction. Yes, a penny, auctioned for more than the price of a Beverly Hills mansion. Show charts of increasing coin values, collector auctions, and the 1991 coin under magnification, ********, the coin in circulation. Could you have one? Now, the burning question, could there be more of these out there? Could you have one in your change jar or tucked away in a drawer? The answer is, maybe. The U.S. Mint produced over 5 billion pennies in 1991. Most of them are standard zinc-copper coins with no special features. But it's not impossible that more error coins or special strikes were made, either by accident or intentionally, and slipped into circulation unnoticed. What should you look for? First, check the weight. Standard 1991 pennies weigh 2.5 grams, but a bronze version weighs about 3.1 grams. Use a magnet. A genuine copper coin is not magnetic. Examine the date and lettering for doubling. A double-die penny can be worth thousands, even tens of thousands, and of course, look for sharp, mirror-like surfaces that suggest a proof or test strike. Coin shops, grading companies like PCGS and NGC, and even online forums are full of stories of people finding rare coins in pocket change, at estate sales, or inside old coin jars. So check those pennies. One of them could change your life. Current market value and collecting trend. The demand for rare coins has never been higher. In recent years, coin collecting has exploded online, with social media, YouTube channels, and even TikTok videos shining a spotlight on collectible currency. Prices for rare coins have skyrocketed, and the 1991 penny is at the center of it all. Collectors and investors are paying record-breaking amounts, not just for the $14.5 million piece, but also for lesser-known variants of the 1991 penny that feature minting errors, off-center strikes, and double dies. Even a moderately rare version in mint condition can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars on platforms like eBay or in certified coin auctions. Why this coin is a legend? So, what makes the 1991 Lincoln penny so special? It's the perfect storm of rarity, mystery, and collector passion. It represents a hidden world beneath the surface of everyday life. A reminder that extraordinary value can lie in the most ordinary of places. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, the story of the 1991 penny is a symbol of why people fall in love with coin collecting. A penny, just a single cent, turning into a multi-million-dollar prize. So the next time you hear that clink of change in your pocket, remember, you might be carrying a piece of history. And who knows, it could be worth $14.50 million. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny or have a cool coin story to share. Hit the bell icon so you never miss out on your chance to uncover the next million-dollar coin hiding in plain sight. Could a simple copper coin sitting quietly in your pocket be worth more than a luxury car, more than a mansion, more than your wildest dreams? Today, we're diving deep, very deep, into one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in American history, the 1990 Lincoln penny. A tiny piece of copper, with a big, big secret. A penny's humble origins. Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln penny has been around since 1909. It was introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and marked a revolutionary moment in American coinage. It was the first time a real person appeared on a U.S. circulating coin. Prior to Lincoln, the U.S. Mint avoided featuring actual people. But Lincoln, he changed everything. For over a century, the Lincoln cent has been a staple in American pockets, piggy banks, and coin collections. From wheat ears to memorial buildings, from shield designs to subtle initials of designers, each variation tells its own story. But none, and I mean none, tell a story quite like the 1990 Lincoln penny. 1990, the coin that shocked collectors. 1990 was a transitional year for the U.S. Mint. This was the year they made a tiny design change that would ultimately fuel one of the greatest mysteries in coin collecting history. You see, every Lincoln cent struck since 1982 was made primarily from zinc with a thin copper coating. But even more importantly, the coins had a subtle but crucial design element that became essential to identifying rare and valuable variants. And that's where things get interesting. In 1990, the Philadelphia Mint was producing hundreds of millions of pennies. In fact, the official mintage for the 1990 Lincoln cent was a staggering 6,851,765,000 coins. So, in theory, nothing about this coin should make it particularly valuable. It was common, everywhere. Worth a penny. No more. But one microscopic detail changed everything: the missing mint mark. The no-s proof, the key to millions, ****, in 1990, something unusual happened. Among the specially made proof coins, those stunning mirror-like coins created for collectors, one penny stood out. It was a 1990 proof coin that was missing the S mint mark that was supposed to signify it was made at the San Francisco Mint. This error was so rare that only a few examples were discovered. And because proof coins are not intended for circulation, finding one without the mint mark was a huge anomaly. This mistake turned a single penny into a treasure worth thousands of dollars. But the mystery doesn't end there. Around the same time, a circulating 1990 penny was discovered, but unlike its countless siblings, this one had a peculiar metallic composition, a sharper strike, and most shockingly, early indications suggested that it could be a rare, experimental die variety. Some numismatists even claim it was struck using the wrong planchet or under highly unusual minting conditions. And that's when rumors began swirling: was there a 1990 Lincoln penny out there worth millions? The $14.4 million mystery coin, ****, fast forward a few years, and whispers turned into headlines. An anonymous collector reportedly paid $14.4 million for a 1990 Lincoln penny at a private auction. While the sale has been shrouded in secrecy, with no public record of the transaction, multiple sources within the numismatic community have confirmed its legitimacy. Why would someone pay such an astronomical price for a penny? Well, here's why. This particular coin is believed to be a prototype, a transitional error, or even a one-of-a-kind strike, possibly made as a test piece using materials not intended for circulation. It bears unusual weight, magnetic properties, and microscopic engraving differences that distinguish it from billions of other coins minted that year. Some experts suggest it could have been struck on a leftover bronze planchet from 1982, or perhaps on a foreign coin blank. Others believe it may have been intentionally created by a mint employee who understood the potential value. Whatever the origin, this coin defies every rule. The market today, what is it really worth? Let's talk about value. Most 1990 Lincoln pennies are worth, well, a penny. Some high-grade uncirculated versions can fetch a couple of bucks if they're pristine. The 1990 proof no-s coin? That one can bring in $3,000 to $20,000, depending on condition and certification. But the legendary $14.4 million coin? That's in a league of its own. It's like owning the Mona Lisa of coins. Rare coin collectors, high-profile investors, and museum curators are all on the lookout for it, or for another just like it. The coin world has exploded with speculation, and some are even going through their change jars hoping to stumble across that elusive treasure. And here's the kicker: you could be holding one right now. How to check your pennies, ****. Now, let's get practical. What should you look for in your 1990 Lincoln pennies? Check for the mint mark. If you have a proof coin with no S, get it appraised immediately. Check for odd weight. Most post-1982 pennies weigh 2.5 grams. If yours weighs around 3.1 grams, it could be a bronze error. Inspect the finish. A proof coin has a mirror-like surface. If your 1990 penny looks extra sharp and shiny, it could be special. Look for doubling or misstrikes. Any unusual features, double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors, could dramatically increase value. Get your coin graded by a reputable service. Authentication is everything. Final thoughts: the penny that changed everything, ****. The story of the 1990 Lincoln penny is more than just about money. It's about history, mystery, and the magic of numismatics. It's about how the tiniest things can hold unimaginable value. And it's a reminder that sometimes, treasures are hiding in plain sight. So, the next time you pick up a penny off the ground, take a closer look. Because it might not just be spare change, it might be the start of your fortune.